Minasan konnichiwa, this is Tina and welcome back to my channel. In this video, I will be talking about the skincare products that I basically decided to no longer keep using and will be passing on. If that sounds like something you're interested in, then please go ahead and channel登録しちゃってください. Essentially, all of these products will be going to my mum. I have been trying to get in a better habit of moving on from skincare products if I'm not super fond of them. As you can imagine, running a YouTube channel to do with skincare, I try out a lot of different products and it is near impossible for me to finish them all on one face. Although Logan does help me out quite a bit in using my skincare, so I guess 2 faces. I know there is more than enough content out there that talks about great products and how well they worked for people's skin, but I do always like to let you guys know of products that didn't work for my skin necessarily, or it might not even be a bad product, but the reason why I would choose to use something else or choose not to use it at this time. So the first product I'll be talking about is the Real Barrier Cleansing Oil Balm. So I was very intrigued when I first found out about this product and I loved the idea of it. I will note that this is the old packaging. It seems that they have renewed it since then, but a lot of retailers are selling both the old and new packaging. Essentially, it is a balm cleanser, but in a tube, making it way more convenient and hygienic. I feel like the one thing about balm cleansers is that it can be a little messy and you do have to use that scooper to get the product out every time, which can just seem a little bit inconvenient sometimes, and I will often reach for like liquid oil cleansers just because it's just easier to pump out on my hand. It is basically a semi-solid formula. As you can see, it's not quite an oil, it's not quite a balm, but once you warm it up, like instantly it turns into an oil-like texture. So I absolutely loved the idea of it. Let me grab a tissue before I put cleansing oil everywhere. Always handy baby wipes. I also appreciate that it was intended for sensitive skin. Real Barrier is known for including their patented ceramide complex ingredient called MLE, which they've included in pretty much all of their products, and it does help strengthen your skin barrier function. Although I did notice that their last 2 ingredients were limonene and linalool. I don't really know how to pronounce it, but they are fragrance ingredients that are known to be sensitizing for some people. So I guess it's a bit of a shame that they made something that was catered for sensitive skin, but did include those fragrance ingredients. In general, it is not a bad product per se. It cleanses fine. It actually feels really nice on the skin when you're using it and massaging it in. It emulsifies fine. But when I got to rinsing it off, I felt like sometimes it kind of seeped into my eyes and stinged them, and that is the reason why I stopped using it. It also says that you can remove all makeup with it, which I definitely didn't find it removed eye makeup well. I would definitely have to use a separate remover to remove eye and lip makeup. Maybe it is just hard to formulate this type of kind of formula to have a high cleansing power, because in the end I would probably prefer to use a cleansing balm or oil that's really going to remove all of my makeup at once. Please do let me know if you have ever heard of or used a kind of balm to oil cleanser that's in a convenient tube or pump, because I would love to try it out. And in general, yes, I really like the idea, but this particular product did not work for me. Next, I do have the SIORIS Cleanse Me Softly Milk Cleanser. I did talk about this one in my recent hits and misses video, so if you watched that one you would already know, but this one was a bit of a miss for me. It's not a bad product, but the formula wasn't quite to my liking, and again I couldn't really use it on my eye makeup. I would say I preferred this one over the Real Barrier one though. It has a really nice emulsion-like texture. It didn't sting my eyes or anything, and it also left my skin feeling soft and moisturized. This one is also fragrance free, and I just feel like my mum would appreciate this product a lot more than I would, because she does have dry, sensitive skin and does not wear as much makeup as me. It also only has a 6 months period after opening date, and it is a decently large bottle, so I just know I am not going to get through it hence why I'm passing it on to my mama. Next, I have the Good Molecules Pineapple Exfoliating Powder. Do not get me wrong, I actually love this product, and although I haven't mentioned it in recent times, when I first discovered it, I was talking about it all of the time. You guys know I love my physical exfoliants, and especially powder types, because I feel like they are just so gentle, and you can always adjust the abrasiveness of the exfoliant by adding more water. This one contains fruit enzymes and rice powder to gently exfoliate, and it also does have vitamin C, so it's going to help brighten that complexion. I am just not getting through it. I have had it for at least a year at this point, and luckily the period after opening date is 18 months, so I do still have a little bit, but literally I have half the bottle still left. I do love how affordable it is because it is Good Molecules, although I still tend to prefer the by Wishtrend green tea and enzyme powder wash. I feel like this one just has a finer powder and a more elegant formula, whereas this one does tend to clump up a little bit depending on how much water you use. My mum also keeps asking me for a scrub, but she does have sensitive skin, so I'm always like, I don't know if you want to use like a full-on physical scrub. So I thought I would pass this over to her so she can try out a really gentle form of physical exfoliation. Next, I have the Cosrx B5 D-Panthenol Ampoule. This one actually comes with two cute little bottles inside of the box. It just looks like that. And I gave my mum the remainder of the first one that I was using just to see if it would work for her. And she actually said she really liked it. And that is why I'm passing on the rest to her. Another product that I loved the idea of, it is essentially a hydrating skin strengthening serum that is multi-purpose and super customizable. It contains panthenol, glycerin, and hyaluronic acid in a very simple ingredients list. You can use it as a standalone serum, or you can basically mix it in with any product that you want that boost of hydration and protection. You can use it by mixing it in with another serum, mix it with your moisturizer, or even add a few drops onto your toner pad or your cotton with toner before using it. I also think it's a really clever and hygienic packaging. It basically looks like a mini syringe, if you will. It does have like a silicone rubber end to it, so it's really easy to push, and you can just drop one drop by drop. It's also a beautifully light texture, hence why it mixes in with anything and layers with anything, and it really does just sink into the skin, gives instant hydration. So the product itself, I feel like, is actually a really good product. It's just that for me, I just don't think it's that practical, and I feel like I get these ingredients from a lot of my other products anyway. But for someone who kind of wants minimal steps but maximum benefit and sensitive skin, which is literally my mom, I feel like a product like this works really well because you can add it to your already existing skincare routine without making it any more complicated. Next, I have the Hada Gokujyun Alpha Cream. You guys know I love Hada and their moisturizers, and I actually made a dedicated video on their creams late last year, but literally in the week that I was creating that video, Hada went ahead and reformulated and repackaged this red cream, which used to be called Gokujyun Alpha and is now, I believe, called Aging Care Cream. So essentially this one is the discontinued one, and as a content creator, you cannot really recommend products that are discontinued because people can no longer get their hands on them. I also opened up all 5 of their creams to make that video, and I just ended up reaching for the other moisturizers over this one, hence why it is still pretty much full. I did use this one again last night, and I still consider it to be a beautiful moisturizer. It contains elastin, collagen, peptide, squalane, and shea butter as some of the key ingredients, so it's essentially a rich, moisturizing, nourishing cream that can have some benefits to reducing signs of aging. I do personally like the Gokujyun Premium Cream, which is in the gold jar. I feel like these two have really similar levels of moisture, although I do like the user experience and the finish of this one better. I feel like the Gokujyun Premium has a bit more of a lightweight texture, and once it dries down, it feels very smoothing and soft on the skin, whereas the the Gokujyun Alpha did leave a little bit of tackiness behind. Another product that I just feel like my mum would benefit much more from me having drier, mature skin. And again, it is alcohol and fragrance free, so good for sensitive skin too. The last product I have for this video is the Medi-Peel Premium Night Thread Neck Cream. This one again is a product that I love the idea of, but is just not practical for me personally. It is a product that is specifically made for the neck, and it includes products like hydrolyzed collagen and peptides to improve the appearance of neck wrinkles. It actually does say that on the packaging. The texture of this one is insane. I remember the first time I used it, I was like, oh my goodness, it is like, look at that. It is slimy. It's kind of like, what, stringy? It's almost like that snail mucin texture, I guess you could say. It is very just like slippery, slimy. It's super cool, but it is kind of messy, but this texture does become an advantage if you do want to do kind of a face and neck massage, because it does have a really good slip to it. Although for me, I just did not use it. For someone who automatically applies all of my skincare to my neck anyway, by the point I reached this product, I've already applied my essence, my toner, my serum, my cream to my neck, so it just seems a little excessive and unnecessary. I also don't really have concerns for my neck at the moment, or my neck wrinkles. Of course, you can use it as a preventative measure, but again, I just feel like my mum would benefit from it so much more than me, especially since she's always complaining about what she can do for her neck and her texture and this and that. So I feel like she might have a little bit of fun with this one. And that's it. That's all of the products that I guess did not work for me. Once again, that does not mean it's a bad product at all. A lot of these products I actually did enjoy and think it's very beneficial. It's just that it didn't work for me personally or in my routine. If you do use any of these products and love them, please continue to use them. I essentially just wanted to give a final little shout out to these products and why they didn't work for me, or why I'm not reaching for them anymore. I am someone who always wants to know that information from other people who use skincare. So if you enjoyed this video, please check out another video of mine. I have plenty of content for you guys to check out. And once again, please subscribe if you have not already. I would really, really appreciate it. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye! Yeah.